Welcome to Apache Spark interview coding challenges and solutions. In this video, we are going to discuss about most commonly interview question if you want to attend any data engineering or data science or data analytics position. Nowadays, Apache Spark is very essential skill and interviewer is going to check your Apache Spark hands-on experience by giving some problem statement and we need to write the code, the live coding test. So I have 9 years of experience in data engineering and data analytics, and also I've done some research in order to collect the most commonly interview questions. So this series would be definitely helpful in order to crack any data engineering position or data related position, uh, like for beginners, advanced, or intermediate users, whoever. This series would be definitely helpful. So let's dive into the problem. So we have one dataset, student dataset. Student dataset has these columns like name, student name, age, gender, and grade. So if you want to see, we have total 5 records, and so on this dataset we have some problems. We have total 5 problems. At first, we are going to create the Spark session. So in interview, they are going to check, they are going to ask, create Spark session and load the dataset, something like this. They are going to start with these kind of questions. So, and then we are going to show the first 10 records or 5 records or 100 records on the data frame. And once we load the data frame, once we create the data frame, we are going to use count operation in order to find the total number of records in the CSV file, students.csv file. And at the end, we are going to see, we are going to calculate the average age of students on age column. So I'll give you a rough approach like how to address these problems. So at first, we need to create Apache Spark session. So for this, we need to import necessary modules to create Spark session. This is the entry point. This is must in order to do any Spark transformations or actions. At first, we need to create Spark session, and then we're going to load the CSV file. So while loading the CSV file, we have few options. So inbuilt options. Spark has some inbuilt options while loading the dataset. So in our case, we have CSV file. So I want to use the header. This is the header of the CSV file, and also we want to perform some average operation on age column. So if you want to see age is numbers. So I want to infer the data type of all the columns, like name is in string format, age is in number format, gender and grade are in string format. So I want to use that option, dataset option. So use options like header, infer schema while loading the data frame, and create students df. So once we create student df, we are going to use some inbuilt function. I can say inbuilt Spark action df.show. I want to print first 10 records or first 3 records in this case. So we have total 5 records. I'm going to print only first these 3 records. If you want to print all 6 records, you just put 5 records. We have total 5 records, but I want to print only 3 records. And now we want to count the total number of students in the CSV file. So I'm going to use again transformation action, Spark action, to get all the count of student. And at the end, we are going to calculate the average age of all the students. For this, I'm going to use again transformation and action. So df.select. So I want to print average on age column, and then I'm going to collect the number. So if you want to see, select is transformation and average is also transformation on this, and collect is action. So I think with this approach, we can find all the solutions for given problem statements. I have code. So this is using PySpark, so Python API. So at first I'm going to create the Spark session and loading the data frame, loading the CSV file. At first I'm going to create the Spark session, and by using this header true and infer schema, I'm going to create the Spark data frame, student data frame, and then I want to print first 3 records. So I used show function, and in order to calculate the total number of students from the dataset, so student.count I used, so count operation. So count is something like action statement. This is also action statement. And average age. In order to calculate the average age on age column, we want to calculate the average without using any aggregate function, and then we are going to collect the result and then printing here the average age. And if you want to see the output, so I print only 3 records and total number of students 5 records. So we have total 5 students and their average age is 20.4. I have also working solution using Scala API. So this is for Scala Spark combination. So same as it is like PySpark, and output. That's it, guys. Thank you. Bye bye.